Check. News 26 and the Rambler Sports Network. It's high school basketball. It's high school football. It's high school basketball. High school football. High school basketball. Football. Basketball. Football. Basketball. Football. Basketball.
And girls soccer.
Coming to you today from the Wheelhouse in Boyne City High. This 26 Sports and RSN presentation is brought to you by Wolverine Power Cooperative and Great Lakes Energy. Your local electric cooperative is looking out for you.
Welcome all to Watch Party Wednesday on this fantastically wonderful weather April day. We got a fantastic show for you today, fantastic finishes. Just going through some of this footage, I'll tell you what a blast from the past, group of memories. That what better way, I think, in the pain that we're all dealing with to kind of look back at this and be inspired and be amazed. Warning to many people, there's a little bittersweetness to this as it does bring up some emotions a little bit that, we all sort of missed out on this. But I think what better way to make the point of that is to dedicate this to all the players, all the teams, all the fans, all the coaches, everyone that missed out on their fantastic finishes in this winter season, this spring season. So to all the coaches, to all the Rambler Rowdies, to all the parents, this is dedicated to everyone out there for that. I think that's an important message to send. So. Going through this stuff, it's important to note, I think, that these fantastic finishes were chosen because they're fantastic finishes, as well as they are and were unbelievable examples of community involvement and community togetherness. And together we thrive. What is the theme of this whole thing, and things that we have to do to kind of be together now. So there's certainly tons and tons of examples of state champion track people and outstanding other wins that weren't on this or weren't part of a broadcast, but that doesn't mean they didn't exist. These were just some of the best that I think really embody the Boyne City community spirit. So we hope you enjoy, and I'm telling you what a fantastic group of stuff we got for you. So without further ado, let's start off with March 24th, 2015, 20-5 Boyne City Ramblers versus the 22-2 McBain Ramblers in the Class C quarterfinal. This is the game to send us to the Breslin Center. Thankfully, this one was a little bit closer to home in Gaylord, and we had unbelievable support from everyone in Boyne City. Town probably looked very similar to what it looks like right now with no one there. The Rambler Rowdies were raising the roof. We're going to pick this one up with 2 minutes, 1 second to go in the game. We're up by 7. McBain ball, baseline under. Coach Rudman calls a timeout.
I don't even want to say the word. The kids haven't said the word all year.
Coach Rattel, this is an interesting situation because McBain is drawing up a play against that 3-2 zone. So it's a situation where we might see Boyne come out and run man-to-man or something a little bit different. What do you think?
Yeah, the two things that I would say weigh to going to a man-to-man are the fact that you have a better job of contesting shots, and I might even say we might look to switch all screens, possibly even out of that, but also the box-out situation. You had a much more definite box-out assignment out of a man-to-man defense, and for those two reasons, I would not be at all surprised if we switch to a man-to-man. And let's see what we got coming out here.
Now coming out of the timeout here, McBain with their inbounds play underneath their own basket. They get it to Tyler Sturck. He takes a nice little jumper in the paint, and he gets it.
Real quick
45. Possession
there. It looked like it might have still been a zone. It was hard to tell.
45-50, Boyne up by 5. Under 2 minutes to go here, and we're going to hold the ball as long as we can. And Cruzel makes a little long of a pass, and that one got tipped out of bounds by McBain. That's the pass we don't want right there, the long one that they can get their hands on.
And he wanted to go to the basket, and he heard Coach Redmond probably in his ear tell him to stay put.
Yeah, you got to just relax and burn that clock. Boyne City up by 5, 50-45, minute 36 to go here. They're running their stall. They're going to try to trap out of it here. Corey Redmond has the ball in his hands right now. Gives it out to Napont, and they're going to have to try to foul here pretty quick. Butler with the ball.
Lots of time coming off the clock.
He gets it to Redmond, gets it to Cruzel, back out to Napont, and we're holding the ball. And they finally have to foul him with minute 16 left to go in the game. And Napont's going to go to the line.
And that's the 9th team foul on McBain. So Boyne City still shooting 1-1 here with a 5-point lead at 50-45, and that's the second personal on the big man Sturk, number 42.
Yeah, Napont and Butler have done a great job against this pressure, but man, you love to have the ball in Corey Redmond's hand at this point. He's so smooth.
But the senior, Zach Napont, steps to the line and drains it. That's huge.
Corey Redmond is so smooth at getting out of those double teams and with his height being able to see over the pressure.
51-45 now. Napont knocks the first one down. Minute 16 left to go in the game. Misses the second. And here comes McBain. And they can take their time all they want. They're not pushing too fast here. They don't realize there's a minute to go here. Here's Powell down the lane. He throws up a wild shot.
Oh, my goodness.
And
they're going to bail him out. Foul on that.
That's the loosest whistle I've seen of the night here. A very quick whistle as he drove down the lane. It seemed like the Boyne City defenders were dropping off, and he just throws up the shot, and he's going to be going to the line shooting two.
Yeah, it's Cruzel. That'll only be his first, though.
Now Powell's going to go to the line here to shoot two. There's a minute 6 left to go in the game. Boyne City up by 6, 51-45.
We have Butler, Gardner, Napont, Redmond, and Cruzel in the game at the moment.
And one thing we don't want is them scoring points with this clock stop, and Powell hits the first to make it a 51-46 game with Boyne City still in the lead.
Yeah, and Boyne absolutely needs the possession on a miss here once again.
That one's going to be short, and McBain gets the rebound, and it gets blocked by Butler.
Need to do a better job blocking out there. Unfortunately, they come up with the rebound. Cole Butler knocks it away, and McBain's going to have it underneath the basket.
51-46, minute 3 seconds left to go. McBain has the ball. There's Ealing, takes it in. Nothing there. He scoops, and he gets...
And they called a travel. It looked like they were going to call another, what I would call weak foul call, but instead it's a travel.
That's a good call. He was stuck down there. Dalton Gardner locked down defense. He didn't have anywhere to go.
Oh, yeah, he definitely tapped his feet there.
And here comes Boyne City. They're going to try to run the clock here. Napont has it, gets it to Cruzel. 51 seconds. Oh, and Cruzel throws it away with 50 seconds to go. 51-46. Boyne City still up by 5, but it's going to be McBain ball, and we're going to pressure him full court here.
They'll just try to slow the ball down coming up the floor a little bit.
Here's Powell, gets the ball for McBain. Don't foul him if you have to here.
Boyne does not want to foul as McBain is in the bonus as well.
There's Powell, gets the ball. He throws up a wild shot, nothing there. Rebound goes to Redmond, and they're going to foul him right away, and there's 36 seconds.
About 94, 93 feet away from the basket. Corey Redmond comes up with the ball. It was down on the floor. He reached down and grabbed it, sucked it in, and got fouled, and he's going to be going the length of the floor here to shoot free throws.
And that was Tanner Cruzel. It looked like McBain was going to come up with that rebound, and Cruzel got 2 hands on that ball and ripped it away.
51-46. Boyne City up by 5 with 36 seconds left to go in the game. Corey Redmond on the line, shooting 2. He misses the first.
Well, we still need this one to go. This will make it a 3-possession game with 36 seconds left.
That one was right over the top of the rim. It just rimmed out.
Well, he doesn't miss many, and that one was a crucial one. He makes the second, 52-46 now.
Boyne City does not want to foul.
36 seconds left to go. McBain has the ball. They're trying to get the ball up. We're putting pressure on him. Here comes Vanderhoof. He has the ball right there. Has nowhere to go with it. It gets into Ealing. Gardner's on him. He almost loses the ball.
25 seconds.
Gets it to Powell. Powell takes it strong to the rack. No call, but they do finally call.
Late call.
They call a late call.
He got all ball, maybe a little bit on the back, but, you know, McBain ran 16 seconds off that clock to get a shot, and they still need 7 points.
Well, it looked like Corey Redmond set up to take the charge, and as the contact came in there, and he leaned back maybe just a slight bit, gets the block on the play, and that's his 4th personal foul, and the 9th team foul on the Ramblers. Boyne City Ramblers.
Powell knocks down the first, and it's 52-47 now with 20 seconds left in the game.
Boyne City up by 5.
It looks like Boyne's got the free throw team out there. Going to be shooting free throws most likely from
Powell gets the second, and it's 48-52. And here comes Boyne City. They're going to try to burn the clock here, and they foul Redmond right away. and he's going to go to the line.
Good, decisive, aggressive play, attacking the trap there by Corey Redmond, and they had no choice but to foul him.
Wow, this is clutch time now here. They're getting the ropes out. They're getting ready to block the crowd so nobody runs on the floor here.
Well, some Ramblers are going to the Breslin Center on Thursday, I believe.
There are some Ramblers that are going to go to that one place down in East Lansing. I still don't want to say it until it's official. 52-48, 18 seconds to go. Boyne City is up by 4.
And for McBain, they did a nice job of getting a quick foul there. But Corey Redmond knocks down the first one, nothing but nylon, to extend the Boyne City lead to up to 5 with 18.3 to go.
Misses the second. Cruzel tips it. Butler gets
Butler
the rebound.
with the rebound, and that's another guy who like shooting free throws, Redmond and Butler.
They foul him right away, and
Coach Redmond looks like he took a 30-second timeout.
I think that's going to be a full timeout. He's taking a timeout.
Full timeout. You're right, full timeout.
53-48 with 15 seconds to go. Butler's going to be at the line shooting. And
2 shots.
2 shots. Oh, yeah, that's going to be, we're in the double bonus right now. And I tell you what, guys, I can't relax right now. I feel like we're in control, but I still can't relax until it's official here.
Well, this is intense. We saw McBain with that 6 points in 5 seconds. We saw them come back from 13 down to get within 3 or so. And
I got to say it, I get so competitive, and I know that I really love being competitive in sports and all that stuff and really going against our opponent. But I tell you what, McBain has been nothing but classy. They're a great squad. They fought themselves back into this game, and right now they're still thinking they're going to win this thing. And the crowd has been great. The kids section has been great. We've been standing right next to them, and they've been great with us. Just 2 classy organizations right here. Both Ramblers are very, very classy kids.
Defining the values of the MHSAA right here.
That's right. That's right. Nice little plug there, Johnny. That was good. Well, 53-48.
And they did not get the foul. I wasn't sure about that. And Boyne City's going to be taking the ball out of bounds here, so they might be able to take a little more time off the clock if they can get a good inbounds pass.
That's right. It was just a timeout call.
Yeah, that may actually benefit Boyne.
Well, here they are to inbounds the ball. They get it to Redmond, and they foul him right away. 1 tick off the clock. 14 seconds now. 53-48, and Corey's going to go to the line, and he's going to shoot 2.
Now, Boyne City doing a really nice job of getting the ball into the hands of the guys that they want shooting the free throws.
He makes the first one. 54-48 now. Boyne City up by 6.
Well, we'll see no fouls from Boyne on defense here coming back down the floor.
He makes the second.
Huge free throws by Corey Redmond.
55-48. Boyne City up by 7 now, and they're just going to stay in front of their guy. Let that clock go down. 10 seconds now. Here's Powell all the way down. He misses a layup.
Napon with the rebound.
He kicks it out to Redmond, and Redmond throws it deep, but the ball gets knocked around. 2 seconds left. It's over.
Boyne City wins.
Boyne City is going to semifinals in the Breslin Arena. 55-48, and they win it.
What a performance by Boyne City. They weathered the storm of a McBain run there. Great senior leadership. We saw big free throws knocked down the stretch. Good job handling the ball. Wise timeouts by Coach Redmond and good adjustments. And Boyne City going to the semifinals of the state.
Oh my gosh, a trip down to Breslin. Unbelievable. What a great team effort by these amazing Ramblers that just keep this season alive. I cannot believe that we are going down to Breslin.
Well, that was an intense second half compared to the first half. I mean, McBain made a big run there, but it was fun watching Boyne really weather that storm, as you said, and come together at the end, find a way to win it.
Well, great job again by the McBain faithful right now. They're doing the thank you seniors chant for those great seniors that played for the McBain Ramblers, and great competition, great game. I'll say it again, I was very impressed with McBain here tonight.
Class act by McBain all the way around.
Kids, community, everybody, it was great. And there's the Boyne City team going into the crowd. They won't let the crowd come on the floor, so the kids go into the crowd.
It's a little late for that.
Yeah, they're going to spill out onto the floor, but come on.
Yeah, they got out to the edge of the court for sure.
Well, I hope you guys didn't have any plans for spring break. We have a game, I think, on Thursday in the Breslin Arena.
Thursday afternoon.
Thursday would be an afternoon game, and we have no idea what's going on with the other bracket. It's usually about a 1 or 2 o'clock game Thursday in the Breslin Center. And it'll be nice because we have Jill Solomon down there. Andrew Deno will be down there working at the Breslin Center, and hopefully we'll get some good footage.
Well, we also imagine a very large contingent of Boyne City people traveling down to East Lansing to watch that game, and what a great honor for our team to be able to play on that court. It'll just be a great atmosphere.
Yeah, and you heard us alluding to it. I was talking to the kids. I was talking to some of the coaches. This group never really mentioned that Breslin Center, and they didn't want to say anything about it because they didn't want to jinx themselves about going to the Breslin Center at Michigan State. And so the kids all week and the last month or so have been talking about going down state or anything like that, but they won't mention the name Breslin. I think now they can say it. I think it's official. I think the kids are going to be pretty excited to take that trip and play on that MSU arena. And there it is. You see the final, 55-48. And Boyne City keeps this just remarkable run alive. Well, we again are going to the semifinals, 55-48, and we are going to bring you, I believe, audio broadcast from the Breslin Center. At this point, that's what we know we're going to bring you. That may change, but at least the least we can do is bring you the audio broadcast. You are listening to the Rambler Sports Network. I am Andy Bryant for the crew here, and Aaron Fritchie and John Hertel. Thank you for listening, and we're heading to Breslin.
And it was about that time, after the game ended, that everyone was worried about what was going to happen with their spring break plans and canceling them and that kind of thing. I told you it'd be bittersweet because wouldn't it be nice to be in that situation versus the situation that we all had to cancel our spring break plans this year. Next up, November 14th, 2014, Boyne City versus Pine River football, 11-0, coming into the regional final. Just came off a 47-point drumming of Negaunee in the previous playoff game. What changed and what will never, ever be forgotten around here was the weather that week after the Negaunee game absolutely took a dive. We had lake effect snow come through. There was 10, 11, 12 inches of snow on the field. Do we cover it? Can we cover it? How do we do? Whole community comes out, ended up with a field of green and an island of snow. Next week, we're going to look back at that documentary. You're going to see the end of that game now. We picked this one up with 2 minutes, 3 seconds. Ramblers on D. Pine River is driving. We got to stop them. We're up 21-16, so a touchdown, we're going to be down. It's 4th and 1. Pine River calls a timeout.
Brings up a 4th and 1 here.
Hills has probably had a big smile on his face right there.
Well, this clock going down to 2 minutes.
Student section getting into it. Looks like a timeout by Pine River. We're going to stay here.
As you can hear the sounds of the game, we don't need a parabolic for this. You can hear it coming through the walls here. Boyne City Rambler fans are coming alive. They're standing on their feet. Coach Hills has his Rambler defense in the huddle, and hopefully this defense can get back out there one last time and put a stop to this Pine River offense here.
Well, you might as well call this play of the game right here, because this could make or break the game right here for Pine River.
That's a good call, Don. You mentioned earlier this Pine River team has made kind of a practice on coming up at the end of the game, being down and then punching one in for the score here. Hopefully we can change that.
Hopefully, and they've been successful on 4th downs tonight, so odds are, they've shown it a couple of times. I'd say 4 or 5 times they've converted on 4th down. That last 4th down conversion went for a touchdown, and so here it is, 4th and 1. Biggest play of the night for Pine River comes to us right now.
This is their 6th or 7th, 4th down. They're going to go for it. And it's going to be a pass. He's got pressure. Throws it down the field. Picked off.
Yes! Picked off by Dalton Gardner
at the 5-yard line. Intercepted. That might seal the game. 1:55 left to go, and we got the ball back.
Best part, fellas, no flags on the play. That was a clean interception.
He had pressure by Lee Rainey and Tanner Cruzel.
He's holding.
Yeah, he got Tanner to the ground. Lee almost got him. Pressure from Luke Sage. And then Dalton just goes up cleanly in front of the receiver and brings it down.
And you know what? I got to tell you, that's what they get for doing that. 66 grab Tanner Cruzel around the neck.
Why he didn't get called for holding? It was clear as day. I don't know, but
yeah, it was clear as day. Tanner Cruzel did a great job attacking that guy, and there's nothing they could do because Tanner Cruzel was bringing the heat, which opened the door for Lee Rainey to put the pressure on.
Looks almost like a knee formation here for the Ramblers.
That's our base wing set here.
It's going to be a handoff to Malik Smith up the middle. Break
out.
He's got one man to beat. He's got to beat Funk.
He's going to score. He's going to score. There we go.
96 yards into the end zone. Touchdown, Ramblers. That'll seal the game.
Here you go, Kevin. Here comes your cannon.
That's how you finish Rambler football, boys.
He broke 3-4 tackles, 96 yards into the end zone.
How sweet is that for Malik Smith?
Wow.
You know,
Coach Hill's looking to just run the clock out. How about that instead?
That was right look, 26 down. Raj, how many times you called that in your coaching career over here at Pop Warner Football?
It's designed to do just that, isn't it?
It is, and he did a good job. He went inside out on that play, and the horse, you know, we've highlighted Malik's struggle that he had last week, but he's making up for it this week.
He made up for that. They're having a little trouble. Delay a game again on the cannon. In the meantime, the broadcast of today's game is a copyrighted presentation of the Michigan High School Athletic Association and of Boyne City High School. No reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the descriptions or accounts of this game may take place without the express written consent of the MHSAA and Boyne City High School.
How cool is that? I see Pine River fans walking out, but they still want to take a picture of that cannon. One of the only teams I ever know that has a cannon that shoots off after touchdowns.
Watch this.
1.
Oh, look at
2.
I'd like to see that again. I want to see who made that.
There he goes, and Gross tries to run him down. He's their Maceo Vroman of their team. Tries to take him by the ankles. Malik stays on his feet, and he's gone 95, 96 yards into the end zone.
That was a great job by Malik Smith, but if you guys can run that play again, I want to tell you who made that play. It was Malik Smith doing the physical running, but
Tanner Cruzel, Will Callow there, both of them. Maceo Vroman.
Maceo Vroman.
Then he had Cole Butler fighting someone off the end.
Maceo Vroman comes out and kicks out that end, takes on big number 24 there with everything he's got.
And then it's all Malik.
Oh, that is awesome. Good job, Malik, but that was one heck of a block by Maceo Vroman.
Fans, the players really trying to get the fans into it now. 1 minute, 30 seconds left to go in this game. 28-16. Big touchdown by Malik Smith. And wow.
Just looking at the sidelines of that, never, ever forget what that week led up to, that day in particular. And again, next week, I think on Wednesday Watch Party, we're going to look back at, among other things, the documentary of that day in itself. And that was one to never forget. Next up, March 14th, 2018, only 2 years ago. Coming in at 18-6, Boyne City on their Class B run, first time in Class B. This is Boyne City versus Standish Sterling. We came off an upset in the district championship when a very low-scoring Boyne City team went up to Gladstone and thought they were going to roll us. Ended up scoring 76 points, coming away with the district title way up there in Gladstone. Won the regional semifinal against Ludington by 11, which put us in this game versus Standish Sterling for the regional championship, again back in Gaylord. We picked this one up at 1:20 left in the game. Ramblers ball up by 4. And we're going to stay with this through this one all the way through the post-game celebration because it's incredible to see all the community. The RSN crew is particularly on point on this one, with me on the bench especially. So shout out to Anna Harmeling and Hales Fogo and Lauren Fitz and Katie McHugh and Liv Luz and the whole gang that brought you these images. Outstanding. Standish, Boyne City, regional final.
In that pressure defense, Boyne City breaks it into the half court. Long pass.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
And Wendell
tries to intercept a long pass, and he collides with Shulak, and that's going to be a foul. Everybody's calling for an intentional, but he was just going for the ball. It was just a real hellacious collision.
Yeah, it was just an aggressive play trying to make a steal. Luckily, on the long pass, Shulak had position, got his hands on the ball first, and he will be going to the line, shooting 1-1 on the 19 foul by Sandy Sterling.
Well, he makes the first. 50-45, 5-point lead, minute 12. Oh my. Shulak misses the second. Gardner tries to tip it in.
Gardner almost got the tip.
Man, that was a good play, but he didn't. There goes Wendell. Spins all the way down. He's going to get fouled by Shulak. Man, is he quick. Right now,
they're getting down the floor very quickly the last two possessions.
Game plan for Standish is to get it to Wendell, who's very fast, and just go screaming down the floor and go right at the rim and get a foul. And he did. Shulak gets a foul, and I believe
looks like a first person.
Yeah, I think that's
they originally put 15 on the scoreboard for player number. Dylan Shulak, of course, is number 5. They've now corrected it. That is his first personal foul.
That's amazing. All this foul trouble that Boyne City's had. Shulak just gets his first foul with a minute to go in the game.
And he's played a lot tonight.
Wendell at the line misses it, but Robinson gets the rebound for Standish and puts it back in.
A beautiful layup drill there by Boyne City. The long pass to Jacob Ager, who drops it off for Trevor King for the layup.
Man, it's getting crazy now. Wendell goes down and shoots it. Timeout, Standish. It is 52-49. We'll catch you up here. Off that make from Standish by Robinson, Boyne City takes the ball out and just chucks it all the way down, and we get a fast break layup. And then Wendell gets the ball and goes all the way down, like we were saying, and scores a layup down there. So now it's 52-49, 3-point lead. Standish takes a timeout. Let's take a look here at the replay.
Last 3 possessions.
You can see Ager gets the long pass right after the made basket by Standish. Wow, and he
passes the ball before his feet even touch the floor.
Before he even touches it. I was worried about Ager getting the ball and trying to dribble and get a layup, but then I didn't see Trevor King screaming down on the backside. And man, Ager made a great pass while he was in the air.
Great court awareness by Jacob Ager.
Unbelievable. Great shot there by Liv Luz of the fleet of the Boyne City Ramblers. Liv Luz doing a great job on the wireless cam here tonight, and it's a madhouse in here. I don't know how she's getting around doing anything. Okay, Boyne City ball, 52-49, and Standish is going to be in a full court pressure situation. 47 seconds left to go in the game. They get it into Gardner, and he gets it taken away. Standish has the ball, and Robinson goes up and gets fouled, and that was a late call.
Very late whistle on that play.
And Robinson for Standish is going to go to the line to try to cut the lead to 1. 41 seconds to go. Jack Robinson for Standish is going to be at the line. 52-49.
Boyne City's got to get ready for that pressure again.
And remember what I said in the first half about Jack Robinson struggling with free throws might come into play. He just missed his first, and that was huge.
Yeah, that one was quite a bit off the mark there on the first shot.
Yeah. He missed it hard off the back. He gets the shooter's roll on the second. It's 50-52 now. Boyne City with a 2-point lead.
Inbounds there, that's good.
Carson with the ball. They're going man-to-man on the ball handlers right now. They're man-to-man on everybody right now.
They're matched up.
Gardner is going to get fouled, and he's going to go to the line.
And that's a 10th team foul on Standish Sterling, so he'll be shooting 2 in the double bonus.
52-50, 27 seconds left to go. Gardner at the line to shoot 2.
Gardner gets the roll on the first. Another timeout by Coach Coyne from Stander Sterling. Boyne City up 53-50 with 27.3 to go.
Man, and it has been back and forth all game. Boyne City kind of with a little bit of a lead most of the game. But, man, it's been hectic here in the last 3 minutes. Lots of scoring, lots of things going on, as it always happens in tournament basketball.
Well, I think Boyne City needs to be talking about Wendell on the ensuing possession because he's gotten the ball and gotten so quickly up the court. Right now we want to have them use some time. And then the second thing is we got a defensive rebound. We got to get a body on these guys, especially Jack Robinson.
Yep, you got to make sure, it's a good point, you stop the sophomore Wendell from getting up the floor in no time at all and scoring. I mean, they got to lock him down and don't let him score. Make him burn clock. Get in his way. Now out of the timeout, Gardner going to shoot his second free throw.
Makes the second shot, rolls around and drops.
And I'm surprised,
4-point lead.
Surprised they didn't jump on Wendell right away, but he's got it now on the wing. 20 seconds to go in the game. Skip pass.
Trevor King did a good job forcing it out of his hands.
They get it into Robinson. Robinson goes up against Ager, makes an easy bucket.
They call timeout immediately.
54-52, timeout Standish with 12 and a half seconds left to go. Man, they are being very efficient. Standish is getting it into Robinson. That one they were trying to get the quick hitter with their guards coming down. Boyne City stopped the dribble penetration that's killed them the last couple times down 4, and they just pulled it out. Look for the three, wasn't there. They get it into Robinson, and he scores a bucket against Ager.
Ager, trying real hard to keep him out of there, but Jack Robinson is a tough matchup down in the post because he's got both that height and he's got some strength, but he's a savvy player. He's experienced and getting it done down there.
He doesn't have a lot of drop step moves or anything like that. He just sets up camp down there and he knows how to use his body.
Boyne City really needs to take care of the ball here on the inbounds with 12.5 to go.
Yeah, crowd control, getting ready for the end of the game, not letting anybody rush the floor. So 54-52, there should be about, they put time back on the clock. 13 seconds on the clock. It was 12 and a half. They put
Boyne City with 3 across and Jacob Ager deep.
Full court, man-to-man
running
here.
The baseline.
They get it into Gardner. Gardner going to dribble off the side. And now they're playing keep away, and they foul him with 8 seconds to go. Carson gets fouled, and he's going to go to the line and shoot 2. And these are probably the most important free throws of his life.
Well, and Boyne City really smart there. Probably could have attacked for a layup, but realizing that time on the clock is probably more important at this point. And obviously, in transition like that, there is some risk of not making that layup. Carson gets the first.
Wow.
55-52, Boyne City with 8.2 on the clock.
Holy cow, that was big. Back to a 3-point lead, and Carson gets another one.
He made
them both. He made them both. 4-point lead, 8 seconds to go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. It's over.
It is
Boyne
over.
City wins the regional championship. 56-52.
Boyne City.
The Ramblers are regional champs.
Boyne City headed to Big Rapids for the quarterfinals. Woo.
Nice job. The officials just walked right in front of us. They called a great, consistent game here tonight. And man, what an awesome game. 56-52. 52, Boyne City regional champs once again, but this time in Class B. I can't believe it.
Regional champions.
Well, if you didn't think Boyne City was on the Class B map, they are now. People are going to start taking notice that Boyne City can play in Class B as well. And not to look too far ahead, but we will go, Coach, is that the Big Rapids for the state quarterfinals?
There have been some changes, we know, but what it is set currently for is a game at Big Rapids next Tuesday night. It's in the winner of the Grand Rapids Catholic Central Grand Rapids South Christian game. That's who we will face in the quarterfinals.
That's going to be an amazing game to play those Grand Rapids schools. Either one, I know one of them has a Michigan State recruit that's 6'11", so the kids know it's going to be a tough battle, but right now, let's celebrate a regional championship with your Boyne City Ramblers of Class B.
And that game should be set for a 7 o'clock game. But we, of course, will get you all the announcements of all the specifics as we move forward. Right now, we'll enjoy the win tonight and a regional championship in Class B for the Ramblers.
Unreal. This is very tough for the Rambler Rowdies who want to get on the floor, but they can't. They're getting as close as they can. They're right up to the rope as they're introducing their Ramblers.
As the awards ceremony takes place, the medals being handed out to the individual players.
Number 33, Jacob Robinson. Number 35, Jacob Ager.
Yeah, they normally go out there on the floor, don't they? And they can't tonight. Gaylor does a nice job keeping the crowd and the court clean and making sure they don't go out there and create a mob. There's Mason Gardner going out there getting his medal, getting a huge ovation from the Rambler Rowdies.
Boy, and Boyne City had a lot of key players with 4 fouls down the stretch. Were able to avoid foul outs and come up with a 56-52 victory.
That's that team effort we were talking about. To be able to maintain and weather that storm through a lot of foul trouble and still come out with a 4-point victory for a regional championship. I can't stop saying regional championship.
Coach Nick Redmond out to accept the regional championship trophy, and the Boyne City players with their fingers out. Here come the Rambler Rowdies.
Rambler Rowdies are allowed to go get their team, and they're going to mob the Ramblers with their trophy.
Very cool to see a lot of middle school and elementary school students here, as well as the high schoolers, to enjoy this victory.
Wow, it is a special moment right here. This gym is filled with parents and community and kids, and it's such a great scene. Tournament basketball, man. March Madness, you gotta love it. It is so exciting. And I gotta give credit to that Standish Sterling team. They did not lay an egg tonight. Coach Matt Coyne should be very proud of his team. He's gonna have an awesome season next year. These kids are all coming back. They're only losing a couple of key players, and man, they have a great foundation, and what a classy coach. He's all about the kids, and they're gonna have a good run. They're gonna have a great run next year, and I can't wait.
Coach and players alike, a class act.
So anybody listening from Standish, man, give all the players and coach a pat on the back. You guys run a great program. Well, we are going to try to wrap this up because we kind of want to go celebrate with the kids as well. So we will keep you posted. It will be a Friday night game, right?
No.
I mean,
it'll be Tuesday night. Tuesday night game. Tuesday the 20th. It will be, according to current what we have, and I believe it'll stay that way. It'll be in Big Rapids. It should be a 7 o'clock game on Tuesday, and it will be Grand Rapids Catholic Central or Grand Rapids South Christian, the winner of that game.
Awesome. So that makes it a lot easier Tuesday night game gives us time to rest and recoup. We do have, oh good, we're not wrapping up. We have Mason Gardner going to take Drew's headset and get on here. Congratulations, regional champion.
Nice job, Mason.
Well, we were just talking about what a great team effort it's been, and we've been saying all along, you've been the heart and soul of this team and being an awesome leader. And even when the chips are down, you had, how many guys had 4 fouls tonight? And that team effort, still, you guys weathered that storm. How did you do it? What were you saying to each other on the floor?
Our mental toughness is not like anybody else's, I don't think, in the area, and we obviously proved that tonight. We had like 4 of us had 4 fouls, 3 of us. I don't know how we got that many. I thought they were just going to let us play, but luckily we got Eric make all those big shots that he did. It was just crazy. A lot of the bench players came up big for us tonight.
They did. I mean, it's a great team effort, and so now regional championship in Class B. Does that feel pretty good?
I can't even explain what it feels like right now. Just me personally, because my brother was the last person to do this. His grade was the last team to do this.
Right.
And it just, I can't believe I'm actually a regional champion right now.
Well, I'm going to send my 2 boys over to the Gardner house because there must be something in that water. So, or can you bring in some water from your house or something?
I mean, I'll have to do something.
A couple regional champions out of the Gardner house is pretty special. So,
take us through as you were towing the line there on those free throws. What was going through your mind?
I honestly got up there and I was like, 3 points, we're going to get ahead. And honestly, I'm not even kidding. I was just thinking about, like, my mind works weird, so I was like thinking about interviews or something like that, and I was like, all right, I'm just going to make them. This team needs me to make them, and I'm going to make it for them.
Great. And then what was going through your mind when that rebound came down into your hand?
That rebound came down. I looked at the clock, so like 2 seconds left. I'm chucking that ball down. This is our game. I ain't giving them one more chance.
Oh, my goodness. So, fantastic. Regional champion, and nice job in Mary Poppins. You are a man, a well-rounded individual that can do everything. Drew was very impressed and knew that you were up there, and that's Mason Gardner, and I'm going to go watch him play basketball tonight. So you are spreading yourself very, very well through the Boyne City community. So fantastic. A little bit about the next matchup Tuesday. You got a couple Grand Rapids teams that are pretty tough.
Yeah. So I heard there's a MSU signee or something on that team. I mean,
that's right. Well, I think that individuals don't win games, right?
Definitely not.
Boyne City has proven that again and again in this tournament. It's a team effort. So keep it going. Keep the team going.
We will.
Make sure we get a good showing there. Congratulations. That's Mason Gardner on the Rambler Sports Network.
Congratulations, Mason. I think we have Eric Carson.
Yeah, I think we're going to, I want you to give the headset to Eric Carson and interview him. Eric Carson joining us on the Rambler Sports Network again. Congratulations for a regional championship.
Thank you. Thank you.
On the broadcast, we were saying real quick, those last free throws right there are probably the biggest free throws of your life, right?
Yeah, it was awesome.
What's going through your head when you're shooting those free throws?
I just knew I had to make them going in. We shoot them every day in practice, at least 20, 30 free throws a day.
We were saying that's what it looked like. You guys look like you're shooting them in practice.
Oh, yeah.
Very relaxed.
Routine.
Awesome. Well, your team needs you for a team pitcher. Go get a regional championship pitcher with those guys. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck next Tuesday.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Awesome. Well, that's going to wrap it up here for the Rambler Sports Network. We talked to everybody that we wanted to talk to, and we're going to go celebrate with our team and our community for the Class B Regional Championship. Live from Gaylord, you are listening to the Rambler Sports Network. I'm Andy Bryant for John Hertel and Drew Bryant. We are out of here. See you next Tuesday.
Incredible. Obviously, the Gaylord court is pretty nice to us. Okay, switching gears back to the gridiron. September 26, 2014. Boyne City versus Traverse City St. Francis. 4-0 Boyne City coming against the 3-1 St. Francis team. Goes all the way through regulation. We're tied 20-20. St. Francis gets the ball first. You get the ball from the 10-yard line, you got to score, do whatever you can. They score, they get an extra point. So score is 27-20. Boyne City ball.
Game. I'm sorry, the Gladiators are up 27-20. We're going to wait for that score change on our board. Thank you. Ramblers taking over on the 10. They'll get 4 tries to punch it in also. And like you said, Don, we'll wait to see that first. And then hopefully Dalton can come up big
it's going to be interesting to see who they go to here. You got so many playmakers: Maceo, Malik, Cole, Tanner, Mac. Who do they go to? They go to Malik, and he is just stopped in the backfield, frustrated. And he is very frustrated. He better calm his temper down. They've had way too many penalties today, and I think it's smart for Hills to come take him out of this game right now. His anger getting the best of him.
You can see linebacker playing up in that gap and broke through that gap very quickly, stopping any advancement from Malik.
Luke Sage will take it up from Malik now. This is going to be a pass. Watch out. He's got Tanner. Touchdown. And Max Cooper shaking off that interception, avoiding the sack that it looked like he was going to take a huge hit. Cannon goes off. Tanner Cruzel's second touchdown catch.
That replay right there, we're going to take a look at. That play faked me out. I'm watching Mac Alexander go into that A-gap and then look up, and there's Tanner Cruzel on the touchdown.
Timeout. Hill's going to think about this one. Does he go for two, or does he put his faith in Dalton, who's been perfect up till today, to try to tie this game?
Tough call. Tough call here. Tough call. We're going to watch this replay once more. Watch number 5. Mac looking like he's got the ball. Camera comes up.
Tanner's got it in the end zone. It's going to be
second touchdown for Tanner Cruzel on the night.
How about Max Cooper, though? 2 touchdown passes, 2 rushing passes, or 2 rushing touchdowns. He's accounted for pretty much every touchdown this game.
What a night. I agree, Caitlin Banner, that cannon sounds wonderful. We'd hope to hear that one more time for the game-winning point right here. The way to win this game is go for 2. We're going to tie it if we go for 1, but Coach Hills has seen the same thing we've seen tonight. And, you know, Dalton's missed 2. What do you do here? We're going to wait and find out here as they come out for this conversion.
You know, it should be pretty. Extra point is usually just the chip shot, but with how Dalton has been kicking today, this makes this extra point a lot more nerve-wracking. The student section getting into it, the fans getting into it. This might just decide the game right here, and it does not look like they're going to go for an extra point. Dalton Gardner, I don't even see him on the field right now. They got Mac and Tanner Cruzel out to the left side. We're on our feet here in the studio.
This is it. Last play of the game. Pitch back to Maceo.
He's going to get it. They win the game. They win the game. They win the game. They win the game. Maceo. Merriman.
Boys City Ramblers stay undefeated in the conference. Maceo Vroman winning the game for
How
the Ramblers.
about that first time ever in school history, the Ramblers have defeated Traverse City St. Francis 3 years in a row, and look who it was, Maceo Vroman.
Amazing. We're going to watch this replay once again. You'll see all the blocks on that left side. Saw it coming. The Ramblers stacking up that strong side and give it to who else other than Vroman, our speed. Gosh, oh my gosh.
I am shaking right now. That was absolutely fantastic.
And we're lining up for an excellent match. Hopefully we see great sportsmanship here. These two teams battled it out all night long. I would not give anything other than a great tip of the hat to both teams. This team,
wow.
The Gladiators, played a hard battle tonight. And there it is, the only touchdown and conversion in the second half, including the overtime from our offense. And there
Look
it is.
at Malik Smith just diving, maybe touching him just enough to where Maceo could squeak into the end zone. I said they might not trust Dalton. They go with the only playmaker all season into Maceo, and he's
watch
in the
this
end
one
zone.
more time. Malik
barely got into the end zone, did Maceo. Not much room at all. Found his way in there, and the Ramblers win and move to 5-0.
Unbelievable call by Coach Hills. Unbelievable call, as Roger Coates said right there. I don't know if there's a more famous, probably play call or RSN call in history. Maceo Roman by Dom Santina. Dom, hope you're out there. Outstanding call. Okay, next one, unfortunately, was not an RSN broadcast. Obviously, we were not in production. We can't produce everything, certainly in the spring. But, man, I sure wish we were here. But that doesn't mean it wasn't a fantastic finish, so let's take you to it. Last year, June 6, 2019, Boyne City versus Freeland girls soccer in the state quarterfinal in Clare. We go through 90 minutes of regulation play, tied 3-3. We go to the first overtime, tied 3-3 after that. We go to the sudden death overtime, tied 3-3 after that. We're going to pick it up in the start of the shootout with Taylor Noble.
No problem, kid.
No pressure. She's that close, too.
Come on, Meg.
Come on, kid. Come on, kid.
Yeah, maybe it throws them off.
Come on, Cora!
Come on, Cora.
Yeah, but they have
The first one right here, right?
Why don't they go first?
Emily!
All right. You can't. If you already, yeah, you gotta pick 5 different.
Come on, Em!
All right.
Come on, Em!
Your Come on, come on. She's walking up there very calm.
That's a fantastic finish when you're tied after all that. Tied after the first shootout even. We got to pull two seniors, Emily Sterling and Katie Burley, with the final winning kick to win that shootout in the 7th shot. Unbelievable. And when you watch this back, watch how high Katie jumps after she makes her PK, and watch the team on the sidelines when the other girl sails it over the crossbar. Unbelievable. Okay, that's definitely a fantastic finish. Back to the hard court. March 11th, 2015, Boyne City versus East Jordan in district final basketball. This one is selected not so much because it's a fantastic finish. Well, it's a fantastic finish, but of a different variety. Certainly not a nail biter. 20-2 East Jordan coming in versus a 12-10 Boyne City game. Everyone thought that this was an East Jordan heavily favored. It's a fantastic finish because when we pick it up with 1 minute left, Boyne City up 27.
I think the crowd would like that.
I'd like to see Tanner Evans make these two, and he makes the first.
Tanner Evans right at the line here.
Senior who has had some injury issues throughout the season. It's good to see him get out of there and get in the score column.
Yeah, great kid. And talking with him, he's had tons of injury problems, but always keeps his spirits up. He's doing fun stuff on the bench when he's injured. I mean, he's what a great team player, great in the classroom. What a great kid. 61-33. Down to a minute now.
Defensive rebound by Evans, and he gives off to Eric Carson, who brings it across half court.
Struble with the ball now. Great little rip, and he gets fouled. And everybody's going to get a chance maybe here getting a box score. Fritch, you might get fouled. You might have to go out and shoot.
I'm sitting here pretty close to the end of the bench. I might slide over there and have a seat.
Well, we're wearing our Navy shirts. We have a chance.
I can't play anymore, but I can shoot a free throw.
I don't know if I can even do that anymore. Look at the Rowdies there. Rambler Rowdies did a fantastic job tonight, just making sure that they had their backs on the court, and Struble banks one in.
I know the bank was open this late.
Bank's open Friday night.
Payday.
Yeah, that crowd is here rolling without Cutler. I know that he wishes he could be here, and he's here or not, he's responsible for a lot of that blue and red and loudness going on up there.
Yep, we gotta give him credit for getting these kids all decked out in their Rambler Rowdy tie-dye shirts. No other person can do that except Tony Cutler. Fitzpatrick rips a rebound down, and he's going to now try his hand at point guard. Watch the moves here, folks. Watch the moves. Drive and dish. Struble. McPherson. Over to Dom.
Coming down on 20 seconds left in the game.
There's Dom. Santina. Not there. Follows his board. Doesn't get it. Here comes East Jordan. Everybody's trying to get in the scorebook. Great move. No call.
10 seconds left.
Dom rips it. Down to 7. It looks like Boyne City's going to have another district championship. 62-33. That's your final. And Boyne City is district champs.
And we're going to Escanaba Monday night.
Make your plans, folks. Got some driving to do.
Well, I think we talked in the car on the way here a little bit, and we expected Boyne had a pretty good shot at this game, but neither one of us called a 29-point win, did we?
I wasn't expecting this. I thought it would be a dogfight coming down to the end, but man, the energy of Boyne City just really blew them out of the water. It was fantastic.
Yeah, and over the course of the week, John, we saw 3 of these games, and Boyne's defense, Boyne's rebounding, and Boyne's energy really was good Monday and has picked up since, and they played really good basketball tonight, solid basketball.
Yeah, and I didn't obviously predict a score like this, but going back to before the game, I just really did have the feeling that Boyne City was the superior team tonight based on what I've seen this week at this district, just the pace of play, the fact that Boyne City has such a versatile lineup. I just didn't see if Boyne City came and played the way they should on a game like this, how this wouldn't be the outcome in terms of them winning the game.
And the thing that stuck out to me the most in the first half was how many shots East Jordan missed. If they make half of those shots, it's a different ballgame.
No doubt. And
they
Boyne
shot
City,
the worst I've ever seen them tonight.
Yeah, Boyne City would have had to switch their defense, and then all of a sudden you don't know if what's going to happen from that point on.
Team there, Rambler Rowdy's in the back, great shot. Jutley right there, out there getting the film. There it is. There's Coach Redmond accepting the district championship trophy, and here come the Rambler Rowdies onto the floor. Hope nobody gets hurt, man.
And it would seem like an opportune time after the 30-point win for the district championship versus a 20-2 team to shout out to Coach Nick Redmond and what he has done for the program, the boys, the city, the whole thing. And we wish him such luck in his retirement. And I don't know how we can thank him for what he has done and what he's accomplished. And luckily, we're not done seeing the end of it yet either tonight. So, okay, switching back to Gridiron. October 23rd, 2017. An 8-0 Boyne City team versus an 8-0 Traverse City St. Francis team coming in. So if that's not a big enough story as it is, I don't know what else, what is. But then you've got this script that couldn't have been made by a Hollywood producer that we've got to set up for you. So the soccer team, boys soccer team, is playing in the district final the same time as this football game is, and the district soccer team is in Grayling. Jacob Dean is the kicker for the football team. Obviously, he's on the soccer team also. So in the trailer here, throughout this entire game, we're getting constant updates of where the soccer team is. They won. They're on their way back. So we're watching and get our cameras trained on the bus as it's going past on the south end of the football field. And then before you know it, it's ticking down, and it is a tight game. So everyone's thinking, we're knowing what's going to happen here. We're going to see a soccer player run on in his pads and maybe make an absolute unbelievable memory here. So we pick it up. After the bus comes, after the soccer team gets off the bus, we pick it up with Jed Dean entering the field. And I don't think any of us will ever forget what happens next.
On ESPN Radio, Boyne City's very first possession was a pitch just like that.
Here comes Jacob Dean.
Jacob Dean, soccer player, just was in Grayling winning the district final, and he's now coming on to kick for Boyne City. Shall we need him?
Well, that play was good for about 3 yards, and they attacked that crashing end, as you talked about, went wide. I'm sure the coaches saw that.
And the point I was trying to make, Chuck, the first opening possession by Boyne City was a pitch to the left side and then a toss downfield, and that was our first score of the game tonight.
Goes to Pritchard.
They're getting their way up front right now, it looks like. Another good for about 6 more.
Yeah, the Gladiators do that one more time, and they keep this drive extended again.
It's a 13-12 game, 3:35 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 3rd and 1. Looks like on about the 37-yard line.
This will be a huge play for the Ramblers if they can get the stop here.
Ramblers defense have been stingy all year. Let's see if they can come true right now is where we need them.
Well, everybody's betting run here.
Going to 5.
And the Glads get the first down.
Yeah. Good run by number 5, Teddy Pritchard.
It's going to be a first down for the Gladiators.
Went over to left guard, needed 1, got 2.
Guys, I'm going to call this next series of 4 downs a must stop for Boyne City. They're going to want to make anything happen on their offensive side of the ball here. Clock ticking now, under 3 minutes to go in this game. Boyne City, I believe, has 2 timeouts remaining.
Well, it's 1st and 10, ball on the 40-yard line, be the Gladiators' own 40.
McCardle under center for the Glads.
There's a snap. It's going to get brought down quick not brought down. Whistle's blown, but Jacob Ager wraps number 5 up.
Yeah, Jacob Ager filled that hole as fast as
Well, it looks like Coach Hill's called timeout with 2:36 to go. And why wouldn't you? It's a good defensive stop. Well, if the ESPN listeners can listen, our official on the field is wired up, so we're listening to the call from the official in the white hat
I think
live.
Fans at Thurlby Field are used to that.
Are they? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to hopefully look at this play
on
again.
RSN, we have the capability of drawing plays up. Chuck usually does that, so you can't see it. But
on the radio, yeah.
Draw this up here on the radio. Meanwhile, Chuck, if you look to your right, you see the soccer field making their way.
Soccer players, yeah. Well, we're not getting it back, but big Jacob Ager stuffed the middle there, and the officials saved that running back sparing blow to the turf here. But 2:36 to go in the 4th quarter. Ball on the 40-yard line, their own 40. There's still time for the Ramblers to make a couple stops and get the ball back.
I think Jacob Dean showed up just in time to realize how important he really is on this team. And boy, I could have made those 2 extra points. We could have been, or Boyne City could have been in the lead 14-13. Jacob Dean, for those of you that don't know, is a soccer player, but also kicks field goals and extra points for us. Surely missed him the last 2 games.
2nd and 10 for the Glads.
Huge step
Fumble!
right there.
Fumble! Did the Ramblers get it?
Ball's out.
Ramblers get it!
Is it Ramblers football?
They haven't called anything yet.
Well, the Rambler
ball.
And
Rambler football!
Rambler football. I got to see this
Huge
again.
play for the Rambler defense.
2 minutes and 30 seconds to work with. And here we are, guys. Momentum swing for the Ramblers. An opportunity has just been granted. Chuck's going to draw this up if he can, but turnover. Gladiators on their 2nd down play. Good call on that defensive timeout.
I don't have it. Here it comes. Yeah, we're watching Jacob Ager. He's going to flow this way to the ball. I say this way would be to the Ramblers' right. There's a lot of bodies there. I can't tell who it is. What I can tell you is Jacob Ager was double teamed without a doubt.
There's a snap from
out.
Hills. It's going to be a run from Price, who gets brought down by a host of Gladiators.
And the Gladiators have come to play this last drive, that's for sure, holding on to their 1-point lead. We are nearing the 2-minute mark in this game. It is the 4th quarter, and for the first time tonight, the last score from the Glads put them in the lead 13-12. The difference, their 1-point conversion. Boyne City not able to convert twice, and the score here is 13-12. Boyne City just got the ball back with a turnover and march.
Hills gets the snap. It's going to be a pass.
Maximum protection in.
For Gardner. Oh!
That's good defense right there.
Incidental contact.
That was
I don't see that there's a flag there. Both going up for the ball.
Well, good play by, look like 26 right there.
And we're going to have the option here on RSN to take a look at this replay.
It's going to be over here.
I don't think there was anything
good play
about that. Nope, just both players going up for the play.
Good football play by that kid. Well, it's 3rd and 9 with 1:47 to go. Ball on the 40.
And this has to be the biggest 3rd down play for the Boyne City Ramblers tonight so far. Wouldn't you say, Jake?
For sure.
Well, if you're coaching, you get a good chunk of it right now in 3rd. It's 2-down territory. Obviously, you get it all if you can, but definitely get positive yards, make it manageable in the 4th.
Kyler Price is the solution.
It's going to be another pass.
He's got Max.
Looking for Gardner. Yeah! He gets the catch! He gets the catch!
Pass complete to the 5-yard line.
Flag
Not
down
a
at
touchdown.
the line. Flag down at the line.
But the Ramblers down to the 5-yard line, but Jake sees a flag. Clock stops at 1 minute 40 seconds.
It looks like it's going to be on the Gladiators.
Gardner saying he was down. Number 2 looks as if the call is going to go against the Gladiators.
Be a hold on him, I think.
And for sure, the Gladiators is going to see a decline as the Ramblers are 5 yards away from a conference championship. So it was third down.
Third and 9.
And 9 to go.
From the 40.
Mason cuts across the middle, slant route inside.
On the money.
Ethan Hills perfect on that target. Gardner immediately brought down, but drugged the tackle another 2 yards and gets to the 5-yard line. Ramblers 1st and 5.
Wilcox goes in motion. They're going to give it to Wilcox.
And he's still going. And he's down to the 2-yard line.
2-yard line. There's a minute 19 to go in the game. Ethan Hills runs over to the coach.
And Coach Hills knows.
Timeout Gladiators.
Timeout Gladiators. They're going to hope to save a little time here. And the Ramblers fans are on their feet. Listen to the noise in the Earl Brotherson Stadium right now.
This is what you're going to see right there. Boy, we just illustrated the play right there where the motion came from the left to the right there. Wilcox came in motion and cut upfield. If we get some downfield blocking, that's a touchdown. We're going to cut to Grace Wells. She's got some... No, we're not. She's talking to the camera guy. I'm not going to go to Grace Wells. We're going to stay here.
On our scoreboard, guys, I called it the 2-yard line, but B. Reinhardt up there running the clock, she's got it on the 1-yard line, which I agree now that I see the ball placement. The Ramblers 1 yard away from taking the lead with near 1 minute left in this game. Therefore, the Gladiators taking their timeout. I think all the broadcasts here tonight are certainly moving around now. You can see cameras coming out. You can see them running as fast as they can everywhere.
Well, the plays in the north end zone, folks. It's a minute 16 to go in the game. Gladiators lead 13-12.
And Tom and Mike, you guys are getting a show back at the studio, I'm sure. Thanks for letting us send this game out to all of our listeners on ESPN Radio up North Michigan football.
Well, the Ramblers come to the line. They're met there equally by about 8 Gladiators, it looks like.
And here we go, 2nd and 1. Wilcox in motion.
This stuff stopped.
And the Gladiators defense with a huge stop, even a loss on the play of 2. Backs the Ramblers up.
That was a great defensive play. Looked like number 8 came from the backside of that.
Ramblers have 2 more plays to make something happen here as the clock is ticking. The clock is still moving. 53 seconds, 52, 51. Ramblers in the huddle. They're breaking huddle. 48 seconds to go. Ramblers do have 1 timeout. Shall they need it?
Gardner out wide.
They're going to run this way, I bet you.
Hills gets a snap. They're going to give it to Wilcox.
Stop.
Who gets stopped.
Timeout. Boyne City, their final stops at 33 seconds. This is 4th down. Maceo Vroman, are you listening? You've been here before in Ithaca.
Well, here you go.
Chuck, we were there.
You just called it. Your kicker walked into the stadium.
Here comes Jacob Dean onto the field.
Jacob Dean could win this game.
Well, it's not over. It's 33.5 seconds left in the game. The Ramblers are down 1. Ball's on the 5-yard line. It's on the far right hash. And I believe he is a left-footed kicker.
And all signs are pointing towards a field goal unit coming out onto the field.
Well, Ethan Hills has left the huddle and Jacob Dean is in, so that's a clear indication that they're going to go for the field goal here.
Zach Backus, also a soccer player, making his debut tonight. And Rambler fans are on their feet. Gladiators are also on their feet. This whole stadium is in suspense in these last 33 seconds.
You couldn't ask for a better game.
This is Boyne City's last opportunity, Chuck. This feels so much like Ithaca 3 years ago.
Here it is.
The entire production crew's on their feet. This place is about to go nuts with Jacob Dean, the kicker, getting in position. The ball about to be snapped. Everyone's praying.
Well, here we go.
There's a snap.
Ball snapped.
No ball.
Oh, fake!
Hewitt's got to go for the run. He's looking for a pass in the end zone.
Yeah! Touchdown! Touchdown, Ramblers! That's a bad snap, and Ethan Hewitt throws it
touchdown. Unbelievable. It was a bad snap. Ethan Hewitt had to get up, roll to his left, hit a streaking Eric Carson, I think it was, in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Ramblers up 18-13.
Jacob Dean never had a chance to kick that ball with a low snap. Not by plan. Ethan Hewitt finds the back of the end zone. Dylan Shulak holds the ball as he's going tipsy-turvy.
I cannot believe what I just saw.
Shulak is going lateral here.
Great catch by Shulak.
For the folks that listen on the radio, he is hit while he's in the air, making the catch, and holds on to the ball.
And Jacob Dean gets another chance to kick this ball for the extra point this time, putting the Ramblers up to 19 if he makes it.
That's good.
And there it is. Ramblers are up 6.
All right, we're going to look at this again here.
The last time. Oh, sorry, Chuck.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say the last time, I just want to remind viewers that the St. Francis Gladiators lost a regular season game, was here 3 years ago. And if they can hold on, the Boyne City Ramblers defense, 22 seconds left, we'll experience that once again.
That's about the most unexpected way to score a touchdown here tonight. And there's a good job. And Dylan Shulak and Ethan Hewitt both did a great job. But you see Dylan Shulak calling for the ball in the back of the end zone. He's in the air while he catches the ball. He gets hit by 2 Gladiators, goes down and maintains possession of the ball. That's an amazing catch. That's an amazing football play by both those kids.
Unreal. Jen Hewitt says that her heart is still racing. Can't imagine why. I wonder how long it's going to be in the future before the Hewitts can actually watch that with normal blood pressure. I can't imagine what it was like for you guys in the stands. That is unbelievable to watch, and I encourage you to watch it for a million different things. Watch the reaction and the replays of the stands and the bench and the energy. It's one of my favorite things to look at. It's also awesome when you're watching that back. I watch it over and over. I'm doing this kind of thing. I've seen it a million times. Watch and listen and isolate either Jake Keltz's voice and hear what he's saying, or Roger's voice, or Chuck's voice, because all three of them are talking over each other for the whole play, after the whole play, the whole time. And if you focus in on one of them, you can concentrate on their string, and it's awesome. Unbelievable, unbelievable. Ethan Hewitt, unbelievable. Dylan Shulak, the team for 2017, unbelievable. Okay, which brings us to number 8. How can you beat that? I don't know if you can, but, well, there had to be a last one, so I guess we're going with this one. Back to the gridiron, March 18th, back to the hard court, way up in the UPN Marquette. Regional final, March 18th, 2015. Boyne City versus Iron Mountain, 19-5, coming into the regional final. Edged East Jordan in the district final by 3. Then beat Ishpeming in the regional semi by 7. Unbelievable finish here. We picked this one up during a timeout with 1:30 left. We are up by 2. Iron Mountain ball under our basket.
Are going to have the ball down 2 with 1:32 to go. Boyne City calls timeout to gain their composure.
Wow, just like that, the momentum has shifted. Hutari comes down, knocks a huge three through.
Yeah, well, this will be one of the first possessions here without Wonders in there, so we'll watch and see what Iron Mountain wants to do to try and get a bucket.
Well, remember, Hutari was their leading scorer the other night against Ironwood. He's one of their better scorers, and he lit that one up from 3 there.
Yeah, he hasn't shot much tonight, though.
Yeah, Dolan Gardner has been defending him most of the night and has really held him down quite a bit.
Well, it is 51-49. The Mountaineers have cut it to 2. And that last little flurry there with a 3-pointer, and then Boyne City had turned it over on the inbounds. So now it's going to be Iron Mountain ball.
Both teams in the bonus from this point on.
Right underneath their own basket. Let's see what kind of play they come up with here. They inbounds to Tomar. It's going to come back to Hutari in the corner. He's looking to shoot, but he got fouled.
Call Mike Dome foul here. That's going to be number 5 on him.
And Mike Dome is going to foul out.
Well, they were looking to post up the big guy, and that's a tough foul on Dome, but they may have saved the layup there.
It's all right. Mike Dome did a great job. He's getting a standing ovation from the
Some big
Rambler
minutes
faithful.
by Mike Dome tonight.
Great game.
Of course, Iron Mountain going to the line, shooting 1-1 here with 1:28 to go. Iron Mountain down 2 to Boyne City, but can tie it up if they make both of these.
Hutari makes the first, cuts it to 1, 51-50.
And you guys listening on the radio can't see this, but man, this kid has a beautiful stroke.
Yeah, we were noticing that in the warm-ups. They all pretty much have good strokes. And he ties it up, 51-50. With under a minute and a half to go here in the game, and here come the Ramblers.
Gardner, Willis, Napont, Redmond, and Butler on the floor for Boyne at the moment.
They're going to stay with that same 4 corners here.
Well, this is interesting. They're trying to spread them out, maybe get a foul, maybe get an easy layup, maybe take the last shot of the game.
Yeah,
although it's a minute out.
Forget there's no shot clock. They can do that. I think they're looking to do that here, Coach. About a minute left to go right now, tied at 51.
Yeah, this is an interesting call. I hate to see him turn the ball over here, but Boyne looks pretty confident with his 4 corners at this point. They've done a nice job of it tonight.
Yeah, you got to be careful you don't turn it over. There's 47 seconds left here. Redmond has the ball right now. Napont now has it. Back out to Gardner. They're just working across the top with Willis and Butler down spread on the base.
And if Boyne can run this effectively for another 30-35 seconds, you got to like their chances with taking the last shot.
That's right.
I notice we've got Willis, who's lost some minutes tonight with Redmond being on the floor so much, but he's back out in the game now as a shooter.
22 seconds left to go now. Redmond has the ball in his hands.
City holding the ball until they're forced to go on the count, and now Coach Redmond looks like he called a timeout.
And
is that an inverted whistle?
I think it's an inverted whistle. I think Coach Redmond was going to go talk to the ref and tell him he wanted the timeout at a certain amount of time. And the referee across the court
call. Boyne's going to have to inbound the ball.
Call a timeout.
Here.
Now they got to inbound the ball.
They didn't have any trouble.
Corey Redmond posts up and gets it inbound.
An inverted whistle. Okay, back into Boyne City's hands right now. 10 seconds left to go. Here's Napont. Kicks out to Willis.
Willis for 3.
Iron Mountain calls timeout with 1.9 to go.
Just killed it.
Oh my gosh. Derek Willis hits a 3-pointer with 1.9 seconds left to go in the game. Iron Mountain calls a timeout. There is still time left.
Replay coming up here for later on in the tape delay.
What a smooth
Tobin, the big man, coming out on him, and he knocks it down.
Right up where he left off the other night.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Little cash money there.
I'm telling you.
Hey,
what do you do?
Coach Excel, I remember a couple years ago we were coaching in that triple overtime game, and you were coaching the varsity boys against Charlevoix in the districts, and the headline in the paper the next day was, "You'll tell your grandkids you'll be there. This might be one of those."
Oh, I agree, Coach Ritchie. I'll tell you what, you say that, I wasn't thinking about it, but that exciting feeling that I felt that night is what I feel right now. And I'll tell you what, that doesn't come around very often.
A little less stressful standing up here, though.
It is.
I'll tell you what, though.
But it was getting pretty stressful before that shot went down.
You guys can't see us, obviously, but we're up here in the mezzanine, up in Marquette in this gym. And when that ball went up, he kicked it out to Willis right here in our corner of the baseline. And that ball went up, and all 3 of us went down in the crouch. And when that ball went in, we all went up. Unbelievable.
And he shot it over the 6'7" kid.
That was a stressful spot for Boyne, having given up this big lead.
Well, let's talk about this right now. They put 3.7 seconds on the clock.
And we're going to wonder if Boyne might, well, they won't foul because they're in the bonus already.
But still, they won't be able to get 3 free throws if we foul before they're shooting here, so that might be the strategy.
Got to take the ball the length of the court.
They got to go the length of the court.
3.7 left. They're going to look to chuck to the big guy, it looks like.
Are they going to open look? No goal!
Look out!
We won!
Boyne City wins
Regional champions!
Regional championship! First time since 1990. Boyne City wins 54-51.
Oh boy, that shot was open and it rimmed out. They got a really great look.
They got a wide open look and
Kyle Johnson missed it. They got a great look. And Derek Willis is the hero of tonight with knocking down a 3-pointer with 1.9 left to go.
What a great
team effort by Boyne City.
Great attitude. Yeah, that was
what
awesome.
a team effort. Unbelievable.
We'll say it again. If you're scouting these guys, who do you go to? Who is the guy that you got to shut down? Everybody scored tonight. Everybody contributed.
Well, we're coming home, and we're going to be playing in Gaylord next week on Tuesday.
On Tuesday. Unbelievable.
We're going to be going against the
Beaverton and McBain.
That's correct.
Who play tonight, I believe, Coach.
Yep, that is correct. I don't know. You guys might know more about that on Twitter or something like that, but this is Regional 24. We play the winner of Regional 23 between McBain and Beaverton at Gaylord on Tuesday night. And boy, we're gonna look forward to hopefully having a home court advantage in Gaylord's gym with all the Rambler Rowdies there on Tuesday night.
Yeah. Oh, you got to be out there loud and proud.
Willis is.
And accepting the championship trophy, Coach Nick Redmond.
Well, the biggest cheer of the night was when Coach Redmond was announced. The boys with the regional championship trophy taking it over to the Rambler student section who couldn't come out onto the court. And it's quite a great scene here at Marquette Senior High School. A great contingent of Boyne City fans traveling up on the student bus and getting rewarded with a regional championship. And I'm really looking forward to Tuesday night, aren't you guys?
Tuesday night will be fantastic. We will be doing the same setup as we did tonight. We're going to bring you live audio and then a tape delay, which will be an hour after the conclusion of the game. And hopefully everybody is over there. Yeah, these guys are rolling. It's a team effort. Everybody, you just don't know who's going to be the man every night, and it is fantastic to watch this happen. And tonight, everybody contributed, and Derek Willis gets to be the hero at the end. Fantastic.
We've talked about this a little bit over the last couple of days, guys, but this team has really been able to mature a little bit without Corey in there. The guys have had a lot of time on the court, and you see that in Willis stepping up and knock down that big shot at the end.
And just a little score update I'm getting right here on my phone. At the end of the third quarter, I've got McBain 33, Beaverton 18, so not a final, but McBain looks like they're a potential rival here in our quarterfinal ball game.
Well, again, who knows who we're going to end up getting over there in Gaylord, but man, I said it all along. The defense has been winning championships for these guys. We said it on Monday. We always talk about that kind of stuff as coaches. And man, it is really showing itself here tonight and in the last every one of these games.
And you just talk about the team effort. I mean, Colin Saratsky with huge minutes subbing in for Zach Napont, and you just go right down the list. Of course, Willis making the shot.
Okay, well, we're going to take you down to Malik right now. He's on the floor with the man of the hour, Derek Willis. Malik!
Derek Willis, they're calling you the man of the hour upstairs, brother. How do you feel about getting that last shot, winning the game for us?
Oh, I feel great. I mean, had a good pass, and it was nice. My defender kind of went in, and I knocked down the open shot.
Well, just like football, we got that regional championship title. How does that make you feel for the team, for the fans, for everybody that came out and supported?
It was great. I mean, it was great. It was loud in here. It was really nice, and it's great that all Boyne sports can succeed.
All right, man. Great job tonight, man. You earned everything you did tonight. We got all the boys here. Everybody's just excited. It's a crazy night. If you weren't here tonight, you really missed out. I know it's been a long drive, but back to you guys.
Oh, I love it. Derek Willis. He's so humble, and he's talking about the first thing he says is how Zach Napont gives him a great pass. And that's the kind of team ball you're talking about there, Coach. And again, you saw in the replay right there, he shoots that three-pointer to win the game over the 6'7" kid. Over the 6'7" kid. Outstretched arms, and he knocks down that three. Unbelievable.
And now I'm getting a text that previously undefeated Beaverton loses that game to McBain. So it looks like McBain is going to be our opponent in the quarterfinal game. And, of course, that's going to pit the Ramblers versus the Ramblers.
That's right. That's going to be a good Rambler match. Okay, we're going to head back down to Malik. I think he's got Corey Redmond.
Hey, yo, what's up? I got Corey with me. Corey, you missed the last game, but tonight you came out, played through the injury, and how do you feel tonight, man?
I feel unbelievable, dude. This is our first regional since I don't know how long. And last time I was here, I was a freshman and came up short, so this is just a dream come true.
It feels good to be able to play tonight. Were you worried about, with the injury and everything, not being able to play?
Yeah, I was a little worried, but I was trying not to be worried. I didn't want to think about it. I just want to come out here and do my best and help the team win as much as I can.
That's exactly what you did. You guys played your hearts out, played good, and y'all got the victory, and that's all that matters. Good job tonight, man. Back to you guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Malik, for that interview. That was awesome. And guys up here, how do you think we used Corey tonight? Did we do the right thing? Did we use him how you thought we'd use him?
Well, it's hard to criticize anything at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll tell you what, we didn't talk much about it, but that's a very gutty performance by Corey Redmond, even to suit up at all. And I don't think any of us expected it. And if he did, we expected maybe a couple minutes out of him, but he gave us almost the whole ball game.
Yeah, that was a surprise, and obviously Iron Mountain didn't seem to have planned for that. And you could tell he was in pain, but he played hard, and still it was ultimately a team achievement.
Yeah, and I've been listing a few names. Mike Dome. Tanner Cruzel goes down. Mike Dome comes in, and now we see for the broadcast later, you'll see Willis being interviewed by the local media, the ABC crew, it looks like.
Yeah, you look down on the floor right now. Everybody's on the floor. We have our camera crew down on the floor trying to get interviews with our own kids. And Derek Willis right now, you'll see on the coverage, is getting interviewed right now by the local news. Looks great.
Yeah, props to Boy, man. We've got a lot of people here. Lots of kids got bussed up, driven up. Lots of parents drove up here. And looks great to see all those red, white, and blue colors on the floor.
Wow, first regional championship since 1990. That's fantastic. And it was great to hear Corey say that last time they won a district, he was a freshman with his brother, and they lost in that next round right away. But man, couldn't happen to a better group of kids. They really work hard and they play great team ball.
It's just that next man up philosophy. Like I was saying, Tanner Cruzel goes down. Mike Dome comes off the bench and is a huge contributor. He gets his money's worth with 5 fouls, but he was a huge impact against that big man. And Point City, just game after game, that's what we see. Who's the next man that's going to get it done?
And you can see all the kids down there. I think they're making the sign with their hand.
Lower Peninsula?
Lower Peninsula. They're showing in the picture, the regional picture, they're showing their hand to be the Lower Peninsula because they had to go through the Upper Peninsula.
Yeah, and again, those guys haven't been home since Monday morning. They've been here in Marquette since then, staying in the hotel, so they're going back home to the LP tonight.
Well, let's make sure you guys give them a huge warm welcome when you finally do see them when they come back into town, and let's make sure we make it even better for them over in Gaylord next Tuesday for that matchup with McBain. They're really going to need all of our support and cheering, make sure that they're ready to go and maybe knock down another game winner at the end. Well,
it's going to be a handoff to Malik Smith up the middle. Break
So that brings us to our last game, and I got to bring up 2 comments here. I'm fumbling around because I'm reading the Facebook comments. Couldn't agree more with Jen Hewitt. Thank you so much, Coach Hills. Thank you so much, Coach Redmond. Wish you were luck in your retirement. And then another comment here that needs to be pointed out for sure, and that's Lauren Fitzpatrick. And everyone needs to know what we're not talking about here is the countless kids that have been as part of RSN and the visual imaging program here. Lauren Fitz is certainly one of them that made all this happen. I mean, this is a ton of work to drag the trailer and do all this stuff in Marquette and Gaylord and all these different places. And, when you capture these kind of moments, again, I don't know, they're good enough memories as it is, but having those moments, and we'll forever have them and can relive them, is in times like this is fantastic. And then, that's certainly our past, and it's awesome to be watching that. But again, I think this is important to point this out, that this is a tribute, or this is in tribute to those athletes and coaches and Rambler Rowdy sections that didn't get to have those opportunities this year in the present. We're all in pain by that, but I think it's important to point out that we're going to be there in the future. So young kids coming up, that's what you're aspiring to get to, and that's what we're working so hard for. So let's put some more memories like this in the can. And because it never gets old, we're going to leave you with the super quick montage of what you've just seen. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in to Wednesday Watch Party. It's been quite a night.
Here. It's going to be a handoff to Malik Smith up the middle.
Man.
Break down. Oh, he's got one man to beat. He's got to beat Funk. He's going to score. He's going to score.
Ball gets knocked around. 2 seconds left.
2 seconds left.
It's over.
Boyd City wins.
Boyd City is going to semifinals in the Breslin Arena. This is it. Last play of the game. Pitch back to Maceo. He's going to get it.
They win the game. They win the game. They win the game. They win the game. Maceo. They're all in.
5, 4, 3, 2. It's over.
It is
Boyd
over.
City wins the regional championship. 56 to 52.
Boyd City.
The Ramblers are regional champs.
There's a snap.
Ball snap.
No ball.
Oh, fake.
Bad
Hewitt's
snap.
got to go for the run. He's looking for a pass in the end zone.
Touchdown! Touchdown, Ramblers!
Into Boyd City's hands right now. 10 seconds left to go. There's Nate Pont. Kicks out to Willis.
For 3.
There's the Boyd City team going into the crowd. They won't let the crowd come on the floor, so the kids go into the crowd.
Boys with the regional championship trophy, taking it over to the Rambler student section who couldn't come out onto the court. And it's quite a great scene here at Marquette Senior High School.
There they go.
The Rambler Rowdies.
Rambler Rowdies are allowed to go get their team, and they're going to mob the Ramblers with their trophy.
As the fans will storm the field once again. And just like 2001, we're going to the state semifinals.
And here come the Rambler Rowdies onto the floor. Hope nobody gets hurt, man. There it is. Fantastic.
Let's celebrate. Come on now. Celebrate good times. Come on. Let's celebrate. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's all right. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's all right, baby. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's all right. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's all right.